Find My Past, as part of the 100-year centenary for the First World War, have committed to releasing 100 new records in 100 days. One of the records they've recently released is the Royal Artillery Attestation papers for 1883 to 1942, which is quite a find because most of the Second World War records are actually sealed and only available to the serviceman, their next of kin, or their spouse. So to find a record that relates to my family, it's just wonderful. I do have my grandfather's paybook, and I have his service record that I'd already sent from the Veterans Office. The first column on the left hand side has his army number, and that I've confirmed with the paybook that I have and the service record. Then the middle column is obviously his name, which was Butcher, first name was George. And then underneath it says discharge age limit. Now, for my grandfather, that was 1954 because he was born in 1908. And the age limit in which by you can be required to serve king or queen and country is after no longer serviceable after the age of 45. And in fact, in 1954, he was 46. So you can see on the third column that his date of demobilisation was the 14th of March 1946, and he was transferred to what they referred to as 2T, which is to the Territorial Reserve List. So we now know that he was discharged in 1946, which I did actually already know because I have a little slip of paper at the back of his paybook, and I can see that after 1954 he was removed from that reserve list. What I'm curious about is in the centre you will see in pencil there is written 120/38. I've no idea what this means. If you happen to have an idea of what that might mean, I would be great if you could just drop me an email or perhaps leave a comment on the film strip to this. This would be lovely. I hope that has given you a bit of insight into what these various bits of information mean and how important that is in your family history. Equally, there were some men on this list, because there was more further down for my grandfather. My grandfather was the top of the page, where they actually went on to serve. They had joined up through the military for the Second World War and then decided to stay on, and some of those men you can see actually what units they were transferred to. And again, that's a really, really useful piece of research material if you can get access to it. So I hope this has helped. Thank you for joining me.